video. I want to do something because I just had to get this off my chest. So judging by that title, you already know. As you guys already know, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out like 4 months ago. And let me tell you guys, when I was a kid, I played the first ever Marvel vs. Capcom and it was good. I mean, I only played it in the arcades, and one of my friends who used to live next to me had the game, so I would go over his place and play it a little bit, and it was a really fun game. It was like one of my childhood games when I was a kid. So yeah, so it was a fun game, blah blah blah. And then when the sequel came out, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that game, still to this day, is still the best of the franchise. The gameplay style was really good, and I don't know why, but it had a lot of catchy theme music. That game had a lot of catchy theme music. And also too, with like the roster, that roster was one of the best rosters ever. I mean, I would put that roster up there with Mortal Kombat Armageddon's roster. Like, it was that good. And you had a variety of characters, like from Capcom. You had like a lot of Street Fighter guys in there. On Marvel, you had like a lot of, like Wolverine, Colossus, Juggernaut, Cyclops, Omega Red, Rogue, you know, and you had a lot of just a variety of characters from both franchises or both sides, whatever. It was a really enjoyable game. You know, that's still my favorite of the entire series. And I'm thinking, well, will we ever get a third one? Which we did, and it wasn't as good as part 2, but it was still a fun game to play as. I mean, it was still a fun game to play. You know, we had a lot of characters return, and for the most part, it was a really fun game to play. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. You know, it's like, so then, and I even bought the Ultimate Edition that came with Ghost Rider and a couple of other characters. So yes, it was a fun game to enjoy. So then I'm wondering, will we ever get a fourth one? You know, will we ever get another one? Because, you know, the franchise is so good. It was so good. So then, of course, I believe it was in 2016 when we got the first ever trailer for this game. And the biggest issue that a lot of people had were the graphics. Because see, like when you look at the graphics from like Mortal Kombat X, Injustice 2, Tekken 7, those graphics look pretty damn good, really good. And you look at these graphics, and yeah, it was not that good. After seeing the roster, I gotta, holy hell. This has to be one of the weakest rosters I had ever seen. Think about this. First, now, I don't know if this game has its defenders. Let me just explain. This game had one of the weakest rosters of all time. Oh my god. This game is just, like, honestly, like, for many years I was wondering, will we ever get another game? Because the franchise was just, and I love the franchise, so I'm wondering, will we ever get another one? Because the franchise is so good. And we get it, but it's not the same game that many people like me grew up liking or loving. So the graphics were mediocre. The roster was complete garbage, and oh my god, I think the biggest blow to this game was the goddamn lack of characters. Like, okay, one of the biggest reasons why this game was the franchise was so good was the decisions for the characters. Because see, that's the thing, like, it was always Ryu and Wolverine. They were the poster boys for both sides. And the thing is, this game, it felt like an Avengers video game, like, mostly because of the story mode. And if they were trying to promote Infinity War, I have no problem with that, but they didn't do it in a good way. And the thing is, that roster is filled up with so many characters from the MCU. Not that there's a problem with that. Now, to be fair, it's really only like Ghost Rider and Venom that are not from the MCU, and I'm like, what? And then it's like, the game won't even be at EVO this year, which, yeah, that's really embarrassing. I mean, you guys know that I'm more of a Marvel guy, but even I have to admit, Injustice 2 was way better than that. Seriously, and I was so mad with the decisions of the DLC characters, because if I would have known that this game was gonna be a huge blow, then I would have agreed that all these DLC guys, they should have just been on the main roster, not DLC. Like, who wants to pay money? I mean, but see, that's like the only reason why I don't sell the game, because I paid, you know, I only downloaded Winter Soldier, Black Panther, and Venom, so I pretty much spent what, like, how much? Like $30 per, yeah, about $30 maximum. So I didn't want that money to go to waste, you know, but the game was a huge blow. Like, no Wolverine, like, come on. Like, you don't do that. Like, you don't leave out one of the two most important characters. It's like Street Fighter leaving out Ryu or Ken. It's like Mortal Kombat leaving out Scorpion or Sub-Zero. It's like Tekken leaving out Kazuya, Heihachi, or Jin. Like, you don't do that. oh my god, like, I'm getting worked up now just talking about this. Like, honestly, because again, guys, when you look at the roster for Marvel's Capcom 2, it was one of the best ever. And then to see the roster completely, and now I get it, they can't really recapture the success that made the first three good, but they could have did way better than this. I mean, to be fair, fair to the slightest, I was happy with the I mean, it was cool to have Black Panther, Winter Soldier, and Venom. I mean, that did get me pumped up, but it was like all the redeeming little slight factors that this game had, it was not enough. None of it was enough to save this game. I mean, was it cool seeing Thanos? Yes. Was it cool having back the likes of Dante, Strider, Ryu, Chris, Nemesis? Yes. Was it cool having Captain America, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, all of them? Yes. But the game itself, there was nothing to help this game. Like, nothing helped. It didn't make it even feel like a decent game. I mean, honestly though, I'm not even joking, but I might get some hate for this. I really don't mind. The dislike button's there for a reason. But I can safely say that I actually like this game a little bit better than Tekken versus Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Yeah, I said it. And I'm not the only one that thinks that. That game too was also a disappointment in my opinion. I love Street Fighter and I love Tekken. I played the games, I love the characters, I love the gameplay style. But the problem with that game was that it was with Capcom. It was made by Capcom, so they used the Street Fighter graphics, and that just really damaged the Tekken guys. Like, honestly, I mean, the MVC Infinite graphics looks slightly better than those graphics, and the gameplay style was not even that good. That game was very disappointing. That's why I want Namco to make the Tekken Cross Street Fighter. That game would benefit the Street Fighter characters because Tekken has better graphics than Street Fighter. I'm serious. And but yeah, and apparently the game is still gonna be made, but I don't know. I read that it's been stuck in development, but that's a video for another day though. I'm not gonna get too off topic, but yeah, that game was really disappointing to me. I mean, I was happy with some of the deal again. The decisions for the DLC kit were so dumb. Like Lei, Blanca, like did they have to be DLC? And their ideas for guest characters too is really weird. I mean, I didn't really mind having Cole. I mean, I don't even play the Infinite games. I mean, I didn't really mind having Pac-Man or Mega Man, but it still felt weird. Like, why not have? So it's like, why not have Terry Bogard for King of Fighters? That would have been cool. Why not have, like, you know, just or maybe yeah, some SNK characters. That would have been cool too. But again, that's a video for another day though. I'm not gonna get too off topic and talk about that game. But yeah, to sum it up, yeah, I didn't like it. It was a disappointing game to me. But hey, they got back on track though, separately with Street Fighter Arcade Edition and Tekken 7, so that's good. But back to the game though, MVC Infinite. So yeah, guys, so I don't know if this game has its defenders. I really don't. But I just didn't like it though. I really did not. I wouldn't say it's a game that's literally not playable. I mean, I guess it is a game that you could enjoy with your friends, like when you go to your friend's house and play it, but it's not a game that I would put up there with like Mortal Kombat X, Injustice 2, Tekken 7. I wouldn't. I really would not. That game was so disappointing, man. Like really no Wolverine. Like if Wolverine would have been in there, that would have been great. I would have been like, okay, the game is still lackluster, but at least we get Wolverine. But no. We gotta make room for. I don't hate Roger Raccoon, but I would have taken Wolverine over him. Oh, you know, it's like, yeah, instead of, oh yeah, and you know, we're gonna leave out all the characters that help the franchise. You know, we're gonna leave out the character that how do you say it, that got fans into it. You know, a lot of people love the franchise, you know, back in the day, you know, everyone loved playing the games, everyone, you know, it made them money. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna say F you to the fans. We're not gonna bring back any other Marvel fan favorite characters. Nah, we're just gonna leave them out. Oh god, like, you know, and again, I don't sell the game because, like, what's the point, you know? And I got that on Amazon too. I spent what, like 40 on that, about $40, and it was not worth it. You know, it's like, oh god, like I don't know what roster was worse, this one or the Street Fighter 5 roster, not the arcade edition Street Fighter 5, the normal one. That roster too was also garbage. I mean, and yeah, that game too was also a bomb. No arcade mode. What the F? Like, that's like one of the most important things to really any fighting game. But yeah, guys, so I mean, what else can I possibly say? You know, for many years I'm thinking, I'm over here thinking, okay, so far it's been successful. Let's get another one, and then we get it. It's a major disappointment, and I doubt there'll ever be another one. I highly doubt that there'll ever be another MVC, to be honest with you. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on the game. I mean, I don't know. I don't like to rant. You know, I'm not your typical YouTuber to go on here and rant about stuff. But I have to speak. But there are moments where, I mean, hey, not everything's good. I mean, you have to sometimes when you speak your mind, it's not always gonna be positive. So you know, so I had to get my thoughts on this. And you're probably asking why though? Like why if you knew the game was no, I didn't know the game was gonna suck. But you're probably asking like why do I still have it or whatever, or like why'd you get it, whatever? Because it's Marvel vs. Capcom. You know, I grew up with the franchise. I played the games, so I just had to try this out for myself just to see how it was. I mean, even before I bought the game, like I saw so many bad reviews and everything, like it was crazy. But yeah, I mean, and my expectations were so high. Like I'm over here hoping this was gonna be great. It was gonna be good, and it wasn't. But I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that if they ever do it again, they actually do it good. But I don't know. Even if it does happen, it won't happen for another couple of years. I mean, the last one came out in 2011, and it came out last year, so we might have to wait another almost a decade. But I don't know, guys. So I'm gonna stop right now before I go on a lot longer. But to sum it all up, it was a disappointment. That could have been so much better. Again, graphics, roster, and also too, one last thing, they made it so easy to pull off a combo. All you gotta do is that's all you gotta do. You just gotta spam square. I'm serious. You play the game and you're wondering how do I do a combo? Well, that's the answer. That's all you gotta do. Just spam square. Initially I'm like, oh cool, but then it's like, really? Like, make it challenging. Like in Mortal Kombat X and Justice, they make it so challenging to pull off a combo. But that's a side issue, but still though. So again, graphics, roster, gameplay wasn't that great. And the story mode, I didn't even give a damn. Like I just skipped through the cutscenes. I didn't really care. I mean, hell, I like Tekken 7 story mode better than this. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on this whole thing. I'm not gonna go on for too long. I mean, if you like the game, well then by all means. I mean, let me know if you like. Look, if you liked it, alright, you know, you could disagree with me. Again, maybe it's not as bad as people say it is, but it's still a disappointment. I mean, it's not the worst game of 2017, but it's definitely one of the most biggest disappointments. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts. I mean, like I said, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of this game? And again, I don't normally do this. I don't like to rant and go off, but you know, I just had to get my thoughts on this because again, I love the franchise, so I just had to be honest with you guys. I don't wanna sugarcoat things or be optimistic. I just had to get my honest thoughts. I mean, I was happy with them bringing back Venom. That was cool. Like I said, it had slight redeeming factors, but none of it was enough to save it. So yes, guys, that's it. I'm done. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it. All right, I'm sorry. I know people don't really like to. I don't know if you guys like to see the side of me, but again, I won't do this that often though. Like if I do rant, it'll be a rare occasion. All right, so yes, that's it. All right, guys. So let me know your thoughts on the game. What do you think and all that good stuff. All right, so oh yeah, no Deadpool either. Oh, one more thing, no Deadpool either. That's it. Yeah, that also. God, Jesus Christ, so many issues. There's a lot more I want to talk about, but I made my point clear. All right, I need to stop right now before I get too cut off. All right, but yeah, so be sure to click that notification button. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Until then, REKLEZ Rich signing out.